Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all of ages, welcome to the Rad Tank Talk Show with your hosts, me and Fom. Well, okay, I said that wrong. It's me, Fom, and Maxis.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna cut that out in editing either. So
Yeah, it's like one of those little mistake kind of things. But so happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
yeah, I hope you wore green today. Otherwise, I'm coming to your house.
And he's gonna pinch you.
No, not even that. I'm just gonna stand there.
That's kind of creepy. Don't say that ever again.
I mean,
So, unlike the normal pilot episode, which got a great response, thank you guys. Well, we actually got someone here today with us. His
Yeah.
name's Gage McCann, or Gigabro14. That's his screen name.
well, actually, I wanted to ask you about that, Gage. How's the YouTube thing going? You still doing it, or?
I mean, like, if my computer wasn't literally a giant toaster, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, same actually. Yeah, that's I mean, that's why we only do audio here. So.
True.
I mean, we would, that in our production, like, budget is, like, probably 5 cents, maybe not even.
Not even. Yeah, no, we actually pay money to people to produce our stuff because we can't afford
I
it.
guess that'd be in the budget.
Yeah.
When did we ever sign off on that?
Well, I don't think you were there, Fom. I think it was kind of just. I think I just honestly just guessed.
I wouldn't listen to the show for free, honestly. Like, I mean, like, you posted the yesterday's episode, and I was like, do I really want to watch it? And then, like, somebody handed me a $5 bill, and whoops, I accidentally watched the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, he's just joking, everybody. We don't pay people. This is free content to begin with. So let's get to know a little bit about you, Gage.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty boring person. What do you want to know? Is this some kind of interview?
Well, since you're our guest, just tell the people a little bit about yourself, what you do, and we'll just take it off from there.
Okay. Hi, I'm Gage. I do a lot of breathing. That's something
Yeah.
I'm pretty big on.
I'm not. I don't do that a lot. No.
See, it costs a lot these days. You know, economy, inflation, global warming, Tom Hanks, all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I think you got it wrong. It's obviously Nick Cage,
Well, I mean, yeah, he brought us bees.
not the bees.
I mean,
Please, not the bees.
That's what that. But yes, the bees, all the bees.
Oh God.
But in the last episode, we actually mentioned you a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
did you?
We did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Let the people know how you know at least me and or Maxis, just like out of this little show.
what are you saying? How did I meet you guys? Well, I can definitely say that the school we go to, definitely the Graphic Arts Academy, where we make beautiful, pretty pictures and goof off. That's definitely something that brought us all closer together.
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah, but I knew Gage here a little bit way before that, back in middle school, which was fun time.
Fun. Yeah, if that's the word you want to use, tell me about it. Yeah, go on.
But so let's move on to what's been going on with me and Maxis here. So what's been new with you, Maxis?
I've been playing a lot of BioShock Infinite, and by a lot I mean about an hour.
Hour.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty good game. It's kind of messes with your mind a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's kind of cool. It's the only BioShock game I have yet to finish.
What about the first two?
I beat those.
Okay.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Probably
Pretty great games.
Probably my favorite game series, to be honest. But not to be mistaken with my favorite game, which is Fable. It's just the other two were just absolute horrible.
That's true. Fable 2 is really, I don't think we want to talk about it.
I think that's when Lionsgate or whatever just kind of just stopped trying.
Well, you gotta give credit for Fable 3, because Fable 3 alone was actually pretty interesting when they added some new features to it.
It was a good story, but the way they executed it was just garbage. Like, the whole Sanctuary thing, it was supposed to take time out of the pause menu, but I think it just added more, to be honest.
A little bit more depth than what people have been wanting.
Yeah, like...
Made them a lot of money, that's for sure.
I mean, the pause screen had, like, no loading time, but the Sanctuary, you had to go through like 3 rooms just to get like a new sword. It was pretty stupid.
Yeah, it's like one of those things with an RPG that some dungeon crawler RPGs you have to go through like constant waves and stuff like that of people just to get like one giant armor or sword. Compared to like Fable, or we look at Skyrim for example, or the Elder Scrolls series alone, you just have to do a quest and then they'll be like, oh, I'll just give you this really rare dragon helmet that I just found off of this dead guy.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can like search through all the crates and barrels in the game. You'll find everything you ever need.
yeah. I mean, there's always that one chest
Carrots.
in RPGs that just has every item, but it's like really hard to find.
It's like that developer's chest in Borderlands. Ugh.
Yeah.
True. I heard that they were coming out with that in next gens too, Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they're doing an HD remake of the first one, and I think they've launched the Handsome Jack collection, which I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure it's just all Borderlands games on next-gen consoles.
So I
Interesting.
would like to talk about the HD thing. Not Borderlands itself, but a more game that I don't really like, which, as you all know, is Call of Duty.
Big Call of Duty fan.
They're remaking Modern Warfare 2, or they're petitioning to remake Modern Warfare 2.
Kidding me.
Yeah, every time I see that post, I comment, why not World at War, the best Call of Duty?
See, if they're gonna go ahead and like do a remake of Modern Warfare 2, then they might as well get Infinity Ward back instead of Sledgehammer, because we all know that Sledgehammer is gonna come in and they're gonna remake the crap out of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, more power to them, I guess.
Yeah, true.
I mean, like, if nothing, again, that's gonna make them a lot of money. You gotta think,
That's
HD
true,
remake
yeah.
of a popular game. Like, they're gonna the GTA 5 $1 billion in like what, a day and a half? That'll make like $1 billion.
Yeah, they made like $1 billion a day, half nearly.
Yeah.
I think they're up to like 2.3 billion now.
Yeah,
if
with
I'm
the
not
new
mistaken.
next gen coming out, and plus they're also having a PC one, which millions of people have lined up for nearly.
Well, I mean,
Like,
the only difference between that and Call of Duty is that GTA is actually good.
See, now that's a personal opinion because some people actually like it. Because if we all remember what Vonderhaar pulled off of Activision, he said that those who play Call of Duty are not real gamers at all. But a gamer is really someone who just enjoys playing video games.
Yeah.
Unless it's Candy Crush Saga, then I don't want to hear it. Like, send me one more Candy Crush Saga. Seriously, like, one more request, I'll snap your neck.
Remember when Facebook came out, it was nothing but Farmville requests too, so...
Oh yeah, and then there's Farmville 2. How you make a sequel for a game like Farmville, I will never understand.
But speaking of farming and stuff like that, Payday is another thing on my list of topic that I want to talk about.
Yes.
Which I feel like it's your specialty here, Gage. So I've heard that, or I've seen as of lately, that you've been doing nothing but farming Payday 2, like jobs and stuff, like Hawkson's Breakout and everything.
Well, I mean, yeah, for those who are familiar with the Call of Duty series, I can't tell you what it's called. There's a feature where you basically reset yourself to level 0 and lock all your weapons.
Oh,
but
Prestige.
you, like,
It's called Prestige.
Prestige, yeah. Yeah, basically, it's Payday's version of Prestige, going infamous, and the cap used to be level 500, and now they've increased the level cap from 500 to 2500, and it's been quite the struggle to get there. So I've been breaking the same guy out of prison about 30 times. And,
Wow.
It's worked out quite nice.
You know what we call that here, Gage? We call that
What
dedication.
do we call it? I would not call it dedication so much as I haven't slept in 4 days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
me
true,
reaching for
too.
my coffee.
Yeah, same, actually. Is it the Starbucks coffee or just normal, like, house coffee?
I lied. It's a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Well, same thing.
I've been here 10 minutes. I'm already lying. I feel so bad. Then again, I don't feel bad.
Oh.
And guys, by the way, apologies from me and Max specifically that if we sound a bit stuffier, or Gage even too, if we sound a bit stuffy, it's because it's sort of flu season where we live right now, and it's hitting everyone like a train. It's hard to go outside with coughing and sneezing and sniffling.
Yeah.
That and it's just so hard being so beautiful,
Well, I mean, you
It's
you
takes
say
a toll
that,
on your voice.
and I mean, I don't know if you see my body type, but
Yeah. Speaking about the fact that payday's all about getting that money, getting that change, getting all that good stuff.
Becoming Bill Gates is one day.
Yeah, but with the swift of putting a mask on. Another thing that I want to talk about that also can be related to the green of St. Patrick's Day is last week on I think Tuesday or Thursday. I'm not sure about this. The people of Rockstar Games have brought us GTA Online Heists finally.
finally, it's been for. I mean, I don't play GTA, but I feel for the people that have been waiting for that.
We have been waiting since they showed the trailer for Online, and you play Heist a little bit, don't you, on your console, don't you, Gage?
I do, yes. And I have to say, uh, I'm half disappointed and I'm half on board. You know, some of them are great. Then there are others that, oh man, the matchmaking.
Yeah, I've watched a
So
couple.
poor.
I watched a couple heist videos, and I will say that I'm not aboard the hype train at all.
Yeah. So my problem with it is that had this game, GTA 5 specifically, for about an entire year nearly. Probably more over an entire year. And we have gone through about 15 updates that are just giving us guns, clothes, and a couple new missions. Nothing too big. And everyone's like, are heists coming out? Because all I can do is I can farm the same mission, similar how to your farming, breaking the same guy out of prison 57 times on Payday 2.
True.
And when Rockstar finally released it, everyone wasn't excited as it was going to be.
Well, you know, the game came out in September of 2013, and here we are, March 2015, just now receiving this heist update. What took them so long, I don't know. I feel like they could have put a little more
I
effort
feel like
into
they
it.
were probably getting ready for the next gen remake.
Possibly, yes. But all things considered, what they put out, it's you can tell they put a lot of effort into it. You know.
They put a
And
lot of
got some
effort. They
quality
got the
in
person
there.
who acts as Lester Kress to come out again and do some more voice acting for the online and stuff like that. They got some new animations. They got Paige back if you've played the actual single player heist. They got Eddie Toe and a couple other people that you just meet from doing the Fleeka Bank heist, which is the first one in the introductory mission, which it's actually quite new and it's really good. But from what I've heard, the last and big heist that you do, spoiler alert a little bit, is something called the Humane's place. Spoiler that if you remember from the story, and if you haven't played it yet, then go watch a video now about this mission.
It's been over a year.
You're a little late.
The person named Michael DeSanta, he's working for the FIB, and they're going to this little lab place to get a chemical to prevent nuclear warfare or whatever. And it's not about that. But the last mission is that you have to do something involving that place again, even though GTA Online takes place before it. So this proves that the FIB/CIA/military in Los Santos/Blaine County not that well prepared for a couple of people coming in and saying, we want your stuff.
Yeah, no, I was sorely
true.
disappointed with the security on that mission where you had to steal the chemicals. It was pretty bad. There was like one guy you had to kill, and then it was just walk out the door.
Pretty much.
And you killed them with a taser, nonetheless.
Yeah, well, I mean that's not really killing him though. But
It's more of a knockout and suppression kind of thing.
yeah,
True.
Like I was saying with that, was that Lester Kress in the Fleeka bank heist, when you're driving him and you're scouting out the entire little bank with you and whoever you get, a crew member, probably some random dude from the lobby, most likely a level 5. Because people are still getting the game, and they're still making money off of that, and clothes and everything.
Right.
This mentions, this job's easy if your goal is basically aiming for the Union Depository. And that's the final mission that you do in the main story mode, which takes place after online, by the way. And people were like, so that probably means that we're not going to be hitting the Union Depository, which would have been really fun. So people were ticked off about that.
But you have to think, you know, the online heist version of the Union Depository, how different would that be from the actual Union Depository mission in the single-player campaign? Like, what could they do to really differentiate that?
Not really much.
know.
Yeah, I feel you.
They could have at least added some differences, because if while you're playing the Union Depository, at least you get to see different angles instead of just going in and going, okay, I have the drill. Okay, I got the helicopter. Okay, I got the cars. You could have done at least more with it. Like, come on! You guys have been working on this update for about a whole year, to the point where you're just gonna just give us some small heists that we don't even see the original guys do.
I mean, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but I'm not a big Rockstar fan. I think the only game that they've made that I like is Bully and LA Noire.
Not Red Dead Redemption?
No, I mean, Red Dead Redemption, again, not to be a Debbie Downer, was just absolute garbage. I'm sorry. Like, the storyline it had a good concept. It was just executed kind of garbagely.
I mean, okay, you can argue that it is Grand Theft Auto set in, like, the Midwest or the Old West, Wild West.
Yeah, it is.
But it's Grand Theft Auto with horses. But, you know, that story got me hooked. And
it
no
did,
spoilers here, but the ending is a real tearjerker.
It's really sad, but there's actually a second ending.
The story was really the only reason I played that game. Otherwise, I probably would have just broken it in half and threw it away.
Huh.
That's a bit harsh just for a game, just because you don't like the story that much.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I play a lot of RPGs, so I expect kind of like an interesting story. Like, I play a lot of Skyrim, as you guys know. And I play a lot of...
Yeah, you mentioned that.
A lot of Dark Souls. And a lot of things like that. I don't know. I guess I just like games with, you know, more choices and stuff. But that game was just more straightforward.
A big game that I've been a fan of, I like my GTA and my Payday and my CS:GO and Civ and everything. Those are fun games. Those are pretty mainstream games I like to play with friends and stuff.
Don't forget the
They're
Don't
all
Starve.
wildly different as well.
Don't Starve is fun too.
Yes, we have to play that sometime.
But one of my favorite things as a game series has always been the Saints Row series.
Yeah, no, I played the third one and a bit of the fourth one, and I can't say I'm a fan. I cannot.
Speaking of the Saints Row series, that's another topic I want to talk about. People have been saying that after Gat Out of Hell has been released, people are deciding, should that be the final Saints Row? Should it not? There have been parts that we don't know what happened. Should they make DLC of what happened to other characters from the past?
Okay, so
what do you guys think?
My standpoint on games that go a while, they can get really repetitive. Like, if you look at the Elder Scrolls, it's honestly just the same thing set in a different location.
Yeah, you're the same person that likes it, though, so much.
But, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I like to explore. But a game like that, I can't see myself playing any more of those.
Because
like
Saints Row is not so much about exploration as it is, you know, you're in a world, you can destroy this world or you can do the missions. There's so much character customization, and to be fair, the second game was arguably my favorite Saints Row game.
Same.
And that was back when Saints Row, you know, it didn't take itself too seriously, but it was still a down to earth game. But then Saints Row 3 took it way out of the park and went like nuts. And
Yeah.
don't even get me started on Saints Row 4, the direction they took that game. But it's a good thing they did it, because, you know, you have to think back when video games didn't have a set plot and video games weren't fighting to be as realistic as, say, Grand Theft Auto 5, where it's striving to be as realistic as possible, where in the case of Saints Row 4, it's silly and wacky, and it reminds you that a video game is about having fun, not trying to live real life, you know?
I don't know. I guess I'm not really a fan of, like, funny video games. That's just... I mean, I like a joke here and there, but I like more serious parts, and I guess Saints Row just lack those for me.
Yeah, with the Saints Row series, the first one was really serious. It was trying to mimic San Andreas. We all noticed that. Saints Row 2, it took its own route. Instead of you being some gangster, you are the leader of the 3rd Street Saints. You are trying to make a representation of who you are as a leader. You're setting your foot down, and you're showing who you are to all these 3 other gangs. But after they took that same concept of 3 other gangs from the first one, they just dragged that on to the point where I'm fighting an alien now in the 4th one.
Yes.
It's like, how do you go from being an 8-bit street 8-bit like street gang member who just goes around with a piece and shoots people in the face just because your boss told you to being the president of the United States who's fighting aliens and saving your own crew again.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know your guys' political views, but I think if a gangster tried to run for president, I would not vote for him.
It's just one of those things that makes no sense because in Saints Row, you go from being a gang member to owning a place called Altor, which is also in, I think, the Red Faction game.
I mean, I played Gorilla, and the name does not sound familiar.
I forgot what game it was, but it was a game that had the Altor Corporation who controlled space, and
Yeah,
it's like,
I think
remember,
that may
those are the
have
same
been
guys who
two.
sold shirts. Those are the same guys who sold shirts.
Going back to what I said about, wait, what did I say, Fom? Do you remember? I just
You said something about like political views.
Oh, yeah, the gangster thing and the president. In saying that I would not vote for a gangster, I do believe the election and stuff is rigged by the mafia.
Let's take politics out of this, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm just putting my views out there. You guys can go with what you want.
Yeah. So we got through GTA Heist just well. We got through Saints Row. We got all through that. Another thing on my list was that I want to talk about the new Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
All right.
dear God.
All right.
No. You're mental.
I think that game should have stopped with the first one. I mean, the first one wasn't all too good. But in saying that,
It looked like PC games from the 90s. That's what it looked like. It looked like a PC game from 1993.
I guess I'm not a big horror gamer, so, you know.
I mean, I love
One of the-
Scare, Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
I
One of
played-
my
That's a
all-time
good
favorite
game.
games.
I played in Machine for Pigs. That was pretty good.
I'm the same person who's deadly afraid of animatronics. I don't know why. I'm just afraid of them. I have a fear of them.
I mean, I don't like heights, so.
People have their own fears. And the thing about it is that I played every single game and beaten most games, have not beaten 2 yet, and I've gone to play 3. And after seeing the ending of 3, it just makes me think back to if you guys have not seen videos like Markiplier or PewDiePie or just played it yourself, then it's a spoiler ahead. I'll have Maxis put up a little spoiler warning right here.
What? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that has happened is that, of course, this is a theory, but people still believe this true. In the first one, the purple guy, also known as security guard guy, dressed up in a Fazbear suit, or this guy that's known as Sparktrap, and he killed some kids. The kid souls are in it. Blah blah blah. The guy, you're basically defending yourself from a bunch of psychopathic, ghost haunted animatronic suits that scare you half to death. And
You also have to think. I'm sorry, go on.
what do you have to say?
I was gonna say, yeah, you look at the game, and then you got the people who, after you get through it, they're like, whoa, that was incredible, I can't wait for there to be a sequel. But you have to think, there are people who are complaining about it being 3 games long. They're like, what's the point? It's the same game over and over again. And
There's a
they're
story
right.
behind it.
Yes, like, these games aren't meant for you to play for enjoyment. No, you're not going to sit down and play this as games. It's not Peggle. Or you're not going to sit down and casually play this with your kids. No, you're playing this game for the story. Like, you could read a book, yeah, but then this is the prime example of video games telling a good story. And it doesn't just spoon feed it to you, no. No, you have to dig deep. You have to grab your fork and your knife. You gotta dig into that. You gotta find the story yourself. Make up your own story. Maybe it's a story about a guy who is like so drunk that he's just imagining this whole thing, and he's just like watching some television show. Like,
These kind of games have the stories where it's open to interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, those are probably some of my favorite games, are the open to interpretation ones. I guess I like to make it my own choice in games.
I'd have to say that, like I was saying with the Five Nights at Freddy's, is that the whole story that everyone's been saying is that these kids, they got dead, they're in these animatronics.
They got dead.
They got dead, yeah.
They got dead.
I can't English. But the thing about that is that these kids are dead and everything, of course. If in the second one you deal with them, and there's these new kids, like the toy versions of the originals, including this balloon boy who no one likes, not even me, because he's smiling at you like a murderer. It's weird because in the third one, They're green. All of them are green. They're green,
Oh.
they're torn up, and it basically it's like the Castlevania transition. The first one was blue background with the orange Simon Belmont, and then it just went to black and green and red.
Yes, but you do realize that there's only one animatronic in the third one, and the rest are green because the lights are green, right?
Well, like what happened is that apparently the whole game's in your mind, and because those things are called phantom versions of what you did, because you're in an amusement park, you're a security guard for an amusement park.
It's actually a horror attraction.
And it was kind of weird because Springtrap or whatever his name is, the only one that you mentioned, Gage, he's actually a little bit green too. You can see some yellow, but he's still green because the lights are green for some unknown reason. But still, that game alone sort of bothered me because it's like, so I'm just worried about one animatronic coming after me. I'm not really worried about these other guys. It sort of took that away because so you're gonna tell me that two Freddy Fazbear's have been closed down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm at this amusement park or whatever, and I'm now gonna try to avoid one guy. No one else, just one guy.
And this goes back to you're playing the game for the story, not the gameplay, because...
Yeah, but it's still,
and,
the story just didn't make sense to me at that point.
And for those who don't know, it's not actually an animatronic. It's an animatronic suit, but it's been confirmed that there is a person inside of it.
That's another spoiler alert.
I want to go to another, not to change subject. It does have to do with Five Nights at Freddy's. The picture of the hat. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Scott Game or whatever his name is, Scott Gameson or whatever.
I don't know.
Scott Cawthon?
Scott Cawthon, thank you. I've completely forgot his name. Sorry, Scott Cawthon, if you're watching.
Yeah, because he's going to be watching our podcast.
Like I said, expect the unexpected. With Scott Cawthon on his website that he made up, there's a little hat there, a little Fazbear hat, and people have been suspecting there's gonna be a fourth one. But if you think about his history as a game maker, he has been known to making more than just one game. Like, he has been known for stretching out a couple games. But people have also been expecting that Spark Track or whatever his name is has survived, because at the end of it, like, you know how you get the paycheck after you beat a certain game mode in a little piece of newspaper after beating everyone? Well, in this one it said that the amusement attraction has burned down, but it shows a little toy Freddy, and in the corner it shows a Spark Track or whatever his name is.
Springtrap.
Springtrap, thank you.
I'm actually disappointed on how much I know about this game. I feel like
Yeah.
I shouldn't know so much, but
I've
help
been watching
but
Game
research it.
Theory, and that's like my only source of it.
yeah, and I heard the episode 3 of Game Theory is coming out soon. Should be the next episode or two. I mean, Matt Pat, he's beautiful, beautiful man.
So the last topic that I want to talk about, that me and Max is here mentioned when we mentioned you, was a fandom known as Homestuck.
Okay, yeah, things are about to get seriously weeaboo, so if you're not in that, it's time to turn it off, because these dudes are going to ask me questions, and
Yeah,
it's going to be awkward for everybody.
I'll be sure to put a warning up.
Correction on the term weeaboo, and don't put a correction up, please.
Just a flashing warning that just says.
Put a flashing
weeaboo
warning.
alert.
What
Here
if
we go.
people have seizures, man?
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be like crazy flashing, just like spinning around, and you know what I mean. And I say
so-
that, but I probably won't. I'd probably be too late.
No offense to people who are into Japanese culture, anime, and the Japan and Japanese lifestyle. And if you try to pronounce Japanese words and you say them wrong, just take lessons and learn them, which is what a weeaboo technically is.
Well, Fong, you say that, and I do consider myself one of those.
Okay, let's continue on with the topic. What is Homestuck, and explain fandom to us, please?
Please.
Because apparently someone has quoted me in public saying, you are wrong.
Oh, wait. Who said you were wrong?
So, one of my friends,
Oh.
they listened to the first episode and said, oh, you don't know fandom like I do. Get drop kicked.
Oh, well, yeah. Gage, please explain.
Okay, so let me put this gently. There's these 4 kids, alright? And, they're good kids. And then, they're super excited. We'll put this in terms you guys understand. There's this new game coming out, all right, and they're so excited. They can't wait. They pre-ordered it. They got the GameStop exclusive bonus. They got a free half for TF2 and everything. Nah, this game's coming out. And then the one kid is like, whoa, 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 can't wait. And he gets like this beta copy of it, all right. And then you know what that does? Him playing the beta version, it blows up the world basically. He basically blows up the world, and then they go inside the video game, like meet these creepy, weird alien dudes called trolls. They got like tentacles for they got tentacles. I'll put it like that.
Why does this sound like a reason Half-Life 3 won't be out?
Why does this sound like a reason why Raisin Bran is not making any more commercials for their cereal?
I just want to say, just Gabe Newell. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm throwing in there.
Fun fact. Homestuck is in fact Half-Life 3, in disguise. Like all of Homestuck is the source files like leaked for Half-Life 3.
That's
confirmed.
That's deep.
That's a broad statement.
That's deep.
Just that's some Illuminati stuff right there. What's 3 plus 3? Triangle Illuminati confirmed. There you go.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you guys go home and think about that while you are sleeping.
Well, first of all, we already are at our own homes, and I'm pretty sure you are too, unless you're talking to us from unknown location. But yeah. So we're gonna have to wrap it up here right now. We have nothing else to talk about. That was pretty much what we had to get off our chest today. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely.
St. Patrick's Day, guys.
Yeah. Remember, wear
I'm
green,
green,
or I'll be there.
He won't really be
got
there.
my hair green.
Right behind you.
I mean, he's right
And,
behind you right
I'm
now.
I'm watching.
Okay, that's enough of that. You two.
No, I'm watching.
Thanks. Okay,
Right behind you to
guys.
the left. You should probably fix your hair too while you're at it. People watching. I mean, like,
Oh
just
gosh,
like
it's Five Nights at Freddy's 7.
I already see it, Gage. Some bald guy in the comments gonna be like, I don't have hair, can't fix it.
Well, you need to fix it. You need to get that fixed. Check that out. You probably got some armpit hair, guaranteed.
True that, yeah.
So let's do the outro. So thanks for coming on to our show, Gage.
Yeah, it's.
Are we
a pleasure
doing
to be
Chris
here.
next
I hope to
episode,
be back
or-
soon, too.
Well, no, for the next 2 episodes, we're actually gonna do a little bit of solo commentary. Now that I think about it, take a little break.
Alright, cool.
Well, not take a break from the show, just take a break from guests, cause, that was enough. This Friday, we're actually gonna have Steve Raybro, if
Yeah.
you know who he is.
I'm pumped.
We're gonna.
Mom, do you know if he watched the first episode or not?
Yeah, I tweeted at him. He said, "Nice episode, guys." It was actually pretty sweet of him. But yeah, so thanks for coming on to our show, Gage. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, Gage, and to you, the lovelies and the interwebs out there. And have a great day. Bye.